and making sure you're showing up, because of course, as you know, we've got Danuka, Diwali, we've got Christmas, we've got Kwanzaa, we've got lots of really key things coming up. And so I really want to make sure that some of you are clear on some of the kinds of things you can be doing in your business to make sure you stay visible. So let me just quickly make sure I write down my 3 points that I want to raise with you today. And as you come in, do say hi and let me know where you're watching from. And I will say hi back. So I'm sharing tips this morning with regards to visibility and just a few pointers, some of which you might not have heard me share before, but I just want to help some of you this morning that might need some inspiration with regards to how you can show up online or offline, right? So I'm going to share a few quick tips with you, and then I'm going to be off because I've got to do my school run. As many of you know, I'm a mummy of 4 and 2 of them are still at school. So the first thing I want to share with you is you've got to make sure that you're using information within your profile, your bio, and even on the hashtags you're using that relate to your audience, the audience that you're trying to build, the audience that you want to come into your page and grow with you, right? So if you are, let's say, for example, an interior designer, or you're in hair care, or you're a photographer, you really want to make sure that you are using hashtags that will appeal to people that you actually would want to generate leads from, or people that you actually want to buy from you. So let's have a think. Let me know in the comments who your customers are. Just give me a quick type in of who your customers are. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you want to target interior designers or interior stylists, which is the alternative name by which they're known. You might start using hashtags around interior design, interior styling, looks of the month, homeware, anything related to home, beauty, and inspiration around, interior design. Those kind of hashtags are going to draw those kind of people to your page. So therefore, in the type of business that you're running, you will be able to attract people to your page that have got an interest in that might be interested in your products. Okay. Similarly, if you aren't already, you want to be following people that also are in that aspect of whatever you're doing in your business. So if you are a photographer, you might actually want to be connecting with, for example, magazines. You might want to be connecting with business groups. You might want to be connecting with communities that are actually online related to your ideal clients that might want your photography services. So let's just say, as an example, one of the ways to be visible is to make sure in your bio you are clearly stating what it is you do, but you've also got some hashtags. Good morning, those of you that are joining. You've got some hashtags that are actually telling people what you're about. So have at least one hashtag in your bio. How many of you have got one hashtag in your bio? Just one. Ideally that relates to your business or that relates to your industry. Okay, so that will help you to be found properly. Let me know in the comments what you do in your business. I'm just throwing out some ideas this morning. So far I've given ideas around products that relate to interior designers and stylists, and also photography. And I was saying that we should really be connecting with people that are in our league in terms of who we want to buy from us and who we want to get inquiries from. If you don't want to get inquiries from people that haven't got a budget of £500 or more, then make sure that you're only showing up in spaces where people with £500 budget or more are hanging out. So you need to make sure you've got an understanding of exactly who you're targeting and also where they are. If you don't have that understanding, it's going to decrease the chances of your visibility. Let me know in the comments what your hashtag is if you have got one for your business. Mine, of course, is AskI2M. So you love the hashtag in the bio idea. Fantastic. So if you are in the event industry, you want to be making sure that to stay visible, you're hanging out with people that do event decor, event styling, event magazines, event planning, wedding planners. Depending on your niche, you really want to make sure that you are visible around the people that you want to be doing events for. So if you only do destination weddings, you want to make sure that you're connecting with, let's say, for example, airline companies, people that perhaps are booking hotels abroad that may host weddings. You also want to make sure you're using lots of hashtags as well that relate to people that are getting married. So bride to be, father of the bride, stag do, hen do, wedding for six, whatever. You want to be making sure that whatever your events relate to, if it's weddings, as I've given you in this example, you make sure that you are actually connecting with people that are going to be looking for those hashtags. So a lot of us actually use hashtags for visibility, but we're using them in the wrong way. So you want to be doing things like, for example, having an idea of the location of some of your clients. So for example, I've worked with a nanny. She's amazing. Going to be sharing something on her that's really quite mind-blowing this week. But drop your hashtag. If you have a business hashtag, drop it in the comments now, right? I'll drop mine in so you all know. And I won't be here too long. I'm just sharing 3 key pointers this morning with regards to hashtags. Someone said, needed this content today. Someone else says, yep, needed this content today as well. So, oh, good. I'm glad. So visibility tips, right? I definitely recommend that if you aren't already, you have a variation of hashtags. So first of all, you want to have hashtags that talk about your audience that you're trying to pull to your page, because more than likely they'll be connecting together or hanging out via hashtags somewhere on the internet. There's probably a page everybody follows, right? So Etsy followers, for example, Etsy community, big on Instagram. They've got lots of hashtags that they're all underneath. So if you've got products or services that might relate to Etsy buyers or Etsy sellers, you'd go and hang out on the Etsy pages. You'd speak to them, you connect with them, you comment on the page. That increases your visibility, right? So if you're not already, you want to be beyond hashtags, commenting on the people's posts as well that are under the hashtags that you know you have also got in your post. Does that make sense? Give me number 1 in the comments if that made sense. So you want to use a variation of hashtags. So they might be the type of people you want on your page. They should also be location based if you can manage it. So think about where you are working yourself and also where you want to attract clients, right? So if you want to attract clients in Luton or Manchester or Scotland or Dubai, make sure you've got clients that are already on your page for that. And if you haven't, make sure that you are actually attracting them yourself. To start looking for Dubai women or Ghanaian women or Irish women. Look and find these hashtags as well and start connecting under those hashtags and follow those hashtags too, so that you actually have an understanding of what's going on within the community you serve, right? How many of you like that tip? Give me an emoji or give me a like if you like that tip. So we're talking this morning about really quick fire tips for visibility. As many of you know, I am running a 30-day coaching program, just 30 days, with some exclusive tips, not the ones I'm giving you now, right? Some exclusive tips to help you to boost your brand visibility, sell properly online, because it's not just about aesthetics. It's not just about you chucking out really pretty pictures. It's actually about you making money online, okay? And that's what my clients are doing within my membership group, and that's what my clients are also doing within my coaching community as well. So someone said, say it again. All right, so some of my members are actually on this morning, and they are aware of how much money we've made within the community, even during this pandemic. If you're watching this and you're not part of my membership group and you haven't made the money that you wanted, you can apply to be part of my membership group, and I can give you the link. So you just need to let me know in the comments. But this is serious stuff, because visibility isn't just about you showing up every day and posting 10 pictures. Visibility is not just about you showing up every day and using the right hashtags. It's about ka-ching. It's about money in the bank. It's about quality leads. It's about you showing up properly. So the first thing, I've moved out of the way. I'm only doing 3 points this morning. The first thing was with regards to visibility when it comes to your bio and hashtags. The second thing is I need you to be sharing your brand story. So if you've got a pen and paper next to you, or you've got your phone and you're making some notes, note down brand storytelling. This is like one of the key ways to actually differentiate yourself from other people in the market who they may believe you're their competition, but trust me, you're not. If you share your own brand story and keep sharing it and having an angle on it that's relevant to the people that you want to buy from you, being the key point, you will be able to differentiate yourself immediately. So you've got to think about, again, your audience. Who are you trying to appeal to? Are you trying to appeal to interior designers? Are you trying to appeal to art galleries? Are you trying to appeal to women who might need to rehash their whole wardrobe or their whole look for 2021? Are you trying to appeal to people that can't cook? Right? If you're a catering company, are you trying to appeal to people that want to get fit and haven't got time to prepare their own meals? If you're a fitness expert, think about who you want to appeal to. Make sure you've got some really strong messaging that will resonate with them. And then think as well about your brand story. And your brand story isn't necessarily about, hi, my name's V and I started my business because I help. No, we can get past all of that textbook marketing. Your brand story is actually talking about how you have helped others. Your brand story is about you sharing your behind the scenes, of you mixing up your cake, of you putting on that wig, of you transforming someone's life, of you making someone's living room look amazing with your artwork or creative piece. So we need to get away from what we're being taught by these gurus out here, which is all about textbook branding and marketing. And if you know me, you know I don't really do that stuff, right? So if you want results, let's start sharing your brand story to give you a better angle and position in the industry that you're in. That is completely going to disqualify any kind of thoughts of competition in your mind, because no one, right, can compete with your brand story. Nobody can compete with your brand story because it's unique to you. How many of you actually genuinely believe that? Let me know in the comments. Your story is unique to you. Where you went to school, how you craft your products, where you make your products, the room in your house where you work, your office space, how you actually came up with the idea to start your business, who works in your team, your suppliers. They're unique to you. Okay? And more of us need to be aware that actually through sharing our brand story, yes, we are going to be visible. And yes, we are actually going to connect with more people that relate to us. If you're trying to be this nice, elegant person, but behind the scenes you are as dusty as they come. You don't care about your look or appearance. All you want to do is, let's say, make your creams and get them whipped out. It doesn't matter. Just show up as who you genuinely are, and you will find that the right people will connect to you. Because trust me, I can show up like this, I can show up like this. How many of you have ever seen me in a headscarf? And my content's still going to be fire. Yeah, and I know that because I share tips that people need. I share tips that people actually want. I've gone on radio and suited and booted with my blazer on and shared tips, and it's no difference in terms of how I'm showing up and what I'm doing, in terms of what I'm saying and the value I'm giving, than if I'm like this, okay? So for those of you who are extremely conscious about your image, let me just tell you now, that could be the one thing holding you back. So visibility, just to recap, I've covered off your bio, your hashtags, brand storytelling, and the third point I want to finish off with, or maybe it's the fourth, if you're really counting, if you're that deep, is that you need to be collecting reviews. Some of you are doing fantastic things online and offline as well, and you're not collecting any reviews. So those clients that are saying to you, wow, I actually love what you've done. Those were really good tips. Wow, I actually love the fact that you did blah, blah, blah. Capture that. Capture that in a voice note, capture that in writing, capture that via a video testimonial, and use that to increase your visibility. I've now got over 410 testimonials. Yes, over 410 testimonials where my clients have not only made money and or seen transformation, they've also started using new habits that have completely transformed the way they look at their business in terms of branding or marketing. Now, if you know that you're watching this and you haven't yet really got to where you wanted to so far this year because different things have thrown you off, I would really encourage you to book in a call with me. Look at my latest post where I'm talking a little bit about brand storytelling. I've got lots of content on brand storytelling. I've got content on hashtags. I've got an entire workbook on hashtags that you can work through. And I've also got content on just visibility as well, generally. But for those of you that are ready to leap into a new zone now, where you're getting out of your comfort zone and you're actually ready to make some money, how many of my clients are still online now that can share how much transformation we've seen within the membership group in October? Because I'm not here to say to you, join my membership group and be part of a community, because that's like a given. If you're part of my community, you're part of the family, and I will look after you like a sister or a cousin. But actually beyond that, because I'm results orientated, I don't like all the just fluffy, neat stuff, the neat copy you see out there about, be a part of our community. My community is about getting real results. So we wouldn't just be sitting down having a chat about all the links we found and the events we found. We're actually talking about what we can do to support each other. We're actually getting feedback regularly on things we're doing. And I am there coaching pretty much every day in that community, sharing tips and value. But for 30 days, I'm actually going to be doing a 30-day coaching program, which doesn't require recurring payment. It's just 30 days. It's a one-off payment. We get to work on Monday. I've got probably about 6 spaces left. And if anyone is interested in that, because it was a last minute thing, I literally announced it, I think, on Sunday night, right? So if you're interested in that, you can message me privately or you can let me know via the comments. We can have a conversation, because I've got to say that this year, a lot of us have spent time that really hasn't been productive when you're thinking about results, right? Someone says, I'm not in the current group, but still get valuable content from me. But yeah, you also did my 6-month coaching program. So to be fair, you actually have done a lot on the back of that. So I congratulate you, and we're always talking anyway. I never let go. I sound like I'm a little bit emotional there, but I always have a bond with people that have worked with me on that level. So yeah, definitely not going to leave your side, always looking out for you and sharing tips, etc. to you. So yeah, that's awesome. One of my clients there saying huge transformations. Yeah, definitely. But I think for a lot of us, we've spent time, doing things this year, which actually hasn't got us any real results. How many of you spent loads of time on social media every day doing those posts every day, as the gurus have told you, and you haven't got one booking yet, or you haven't really seen that many quality leads come through? How many of you did that? How many of you spent more than 10 hours in 1 week talking to people online and not one person bought your product or service? How many of us have done that? Let's be honest, because that's what I'm seeing. And that when I'm speaking to some of you, that's what I'm getting back, that you're doing all the things and you're not getting any results. But I can't bring horses to water. I'm not saying you guys are horses, but like, if you actually want to get results and you want to know more about how you can get results, there are a number of things you can do with me. Even aside from the 30-day program, there's loads of things you can do with me. But let's just recap, because I've got to go. Visibility, 3 key tips. Hashtags and bio, definitely. Secondly, let's make sure you're brand storytelling. Thirdly, let's make sure you're asking for those client reviews, right? Okay? If you like those tips, please go ahead and like my latest post.